Just woke up. Been up since 3. Got my cup of coffee. Yep, remember my first one. My first BlackBerry. It's over phone. They helped me launch my YouTube career. My YouTube career. And became, well, one of my favorite phones. And never really used the apps. The apps don't look at the back as it's old. It's no longer worth using. Yada yada. You can't get on your phone. You can't download the app. Um, Facebook was also in its infancy in the mid to late 2000s. Um, months late, about maybe months later, or about a year and a half later, you got Twitter. Twitter, and which was also in its infancy. You know, Google, texting was something new. People started to love texting. Oh, but over tech companies, that made the phones, the software every year. You had 1G, 2G. 2G was pretty good. Then 3G. 3G was like this big thing for a moment. And then all of a sudden 4G came around years later. Then LTE. And then also hacking of, you name it, whatever it is. NSA was still doing their shit. NSA was really running. They were tapping in phones of everyday Americans and world leaders and shit. It's the Moto E6. So it works, but securing your text, securing is some huge. Securing your text has always been an important thing. And people loved it, man. They loved using it because it was secure, it was fresh, it was something that people use all the time, and governments hated it. You know, when David Cameron was Prime Minister of England, he wanted to ban iMessage and WhatsApp because he says the government has the right to know what's in your phone, and what you're texting. No. That's bullshit. And it's like with the BlackBerry. BlackBerry is one of the best secure phones, man. I mean, countries like India and UAE and uh, Saudi Arabia, all the countries in the Middle East, they hated the phone because they could not tap into they couldn't track the users of the phone because the phone was encrypted. The BlackBerry Messenger was the best thing ever happened. In the UK, there was even the police had a hard time. Protesters used BlackBerry Messenger. It was encrypted, dude. It was like one of the best things ever to be had because BlackBerry is a Canadian company that, hey, they ain't still Facebook. Went from a social media platform where you talk to your friends, your family, your mom and your dad, your sisters and your brothers and your cousins, you name it. It's hard to get really wacky, cattywampus, as we speak. Um, and so when you want a private discussion with someone, hey, you want to say you want a text privately, but you know, I mean, before all this, you could search the web in a browser like Tor or DuckDuckGo, Firefox Focus, and anything like that. And Seacrypt was a company based out of either Holland or Sweden or Switzerland, and you they charge you monthly on the service. Your phone would be encrypted, your phone calls, your emails, your texts, man, your SMS messages and shit. So it became a good thing, and it kind of slowly died off, man. I mean, it's like I don't know if the company got any threats from Big Brother here in the U.S. or from the UK, because I mean, shit, dude. They're cracking down on encryption as they did in the '90s, man. You want encryption, right? You have a right to privacy, but also on your computer, on your phone. Okay. But WhatsApp users, it's time to leave WhatsApp. Leave WhatsApp. Because WhatsApp wants the users to share data with Facebook. You know, you go on your phone, you download an app like Tor or Brave or Opera or Go or Firefox now. Firefox is pretty good. I like Firefox Focus, man. I do. But you got these tech crunchy guys on YouTube saying saying how Firefox is like hooked up with Google over some chitty bang bang bullshit, which I don't know. Same with Go. These are people who are talking shit when there's a good thing going on. People are using it, and people have a choice of what browser to use on their computer or their phone, because they're getting paid to talk shit on these browsers. Just like they're also getting paid to talk shit on browsers like Tor and DuckDuckGo and Brave and Bravo and Opera and and WaterFox is another one. But some of them are getting paid by Google because there's people that are no longer they're no longer using Chrome. They're no longer using Google to their search shit, and they're going after people who's using things besides Chrome and Google and all the Google shit. Now Apple has iMessage, and they have FaceTime. They have all the other shit. Now, Tim Cook is doing a good job with Apple, but if Steve Jobs was still alive today and found out what's going on, he would fire Tim Cook on the spot. Okay, Steve Jobs wasn't stupid. The guy was a intelligent guy, very mindful guy. May have been an asshole, but he might have been an asshole, but he knew things ahead of time. Okay, no bullshit. Bill Gates did not like Steve Jobs at all. He hated him. He respected him, but he hated his guts because he became a rival. If Tim Cook of Apple, if he followed the mantra and the philosophy of Steve Jobs, and on how he did his work and how the guy may be an asshole and complicated, but he was a brilliant tech guy. He wasn't stupid. Very tech guy. Built his computer in a garage, man. Him and Steve Wozniak, both guys, built a home computer from scratch in a garage. And but if Tim Cook would put aside his political bullshit, I can understand there are people in this world that have done some stupid shit and said some dumb shit too. The same people do, period, on any platform. But you have to put your ego in check out the door. Period, I use Signal on my phones. I use Signal. If you are a iPhone user and you're thinking about using Signal, okay, you might as well don't bother, because Apple had removed Signal from their App Store. Even though I have Signal on my iPhone as we speak, I think that it's just really dumb, man. Like Google Parler from the App Store. I got Parler on my Android device, my Moto E6, okay, and I have it on my HTC. My HTC, you live life, and Parler is just a platform, okay. They've done nothing wrong. It's like they want to ban Gab for whatever reason, When Gab came out, Gab is like Minds. It's like MeWe, man. they've done nothing wrong. It's about free speech, man, free speech. But I just got onto knowing about YouTube, and I signed up for Twitter and Facebook on my Xbox 360. No bullshit. And instead of checking my phone, I would check my Xbox. Talk to people, no, whatever. And here and now, Zuckerberg and Dorsey has sunk to a whole new low. Now, here's the thing about this whole impeachment thing. It's stupid. Okay, we are January 9th. Okay, we are approximately 11 days. 11 days. Okay, 11 days until the inauguration. If Biden would have the balls to say, look, don't bother with the impeachment, don't bother with the enacting of the 25th Amendment, okay, let it go. You have about 11 days, okay, 11 days. So why bother with the impeachment when you only got, what, 10, 11 days left? You know, don't even worry about it, man. Don't even worry about it. And also during that time, it's like, you know, even before all this had happened, you know, you got WhatsApp. You hear about WhatsApp now, wanting its users to share their data with Facebook. I say, fuck off. I'm using Signal. Okay? I'm using Signal. I stopped using WhatsApp. When Facebook bought WhatsApp, I'm done. I completely stopped using it. Period. I also use a VPN. I use Orbot on my Android. My Moto E6. I use Proton VPN on my iPhone. And I have it connected. I mean, now Orbot is on auto, so is Proton VPN. They're on auto. So I could be in Germany one day, and next day I'll be in Bolivia. The next day I'll be in Brazil. Next day I'll be in Russia. Next day I'll be in here in the States, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, or I'll be in another country in France or whatever on the Orbot. It's on auto. VPNs is important to have. They would have taken Apple in a different direction, away from all this bullshit, you know. I think that, you know, these companies in Silicon Valley need to grow the fuck up and stop politicizing things, you know. I mean, I've said some stupid shit on Facebook. I've got banned. I got warnings and shit like that. Here on YouTube I've had, but I had a copyright warning. I had 2 videos removed. I have it removed, but no strike. Um, and there's channels that have been purged within the last 4 years. Now, in 2016, right around mid-July of that year, there was about 30 to 40, maybe even 50 by the end of the year that were purged and shit. Because, you know, you had the media bitching and whining and shit. You had a guy from New York, the Washington Wall Street Journal saying that YouTube is harboring racists and shit. Channels. Then all of a sudden, corporations are pulling funding from YouTube and shit. This one guy lied his ass off, lied through his teeth, saying YouTube's harboring racist channels. That's not journalism. That is straight up propaganda. And you got these companies connected to Democrats, up in D.C. and shit. They wanted certain people censored, certain people shut down. I thought we were for free speech here. I thought we were about their free speech, right? Free speech. And a good majority of Democrats in D.C. do not like free speech. They want you shut down. Don't matter if you're out in public or if you're on a platform or a forum. They want your ass shut down. No? Why? What the fuck? Here's my question for those idiots. If you believe in free market, if you claim you're for free speech, okay? Just because you assume, okay, there's no proof at all. Democrats have no proof at all. No proof. If it wasn't a courtroom, it would be hearsay. A hearsay bullshit. They know that the president has only 11 days left. 11 days, all he has left, 11 days. Because of what happened in the Capitol building, they want to impeach the president. They want to enact the 25th Amendment. And they all jumped the gun right there. Boom. Now, I'm not saying, look, free speech is free speech, but when you are an individual responsible for your actions. Okay? When the term, let's go to the Capitol and support, but do not go to the Capitol building. If someone forgot that memo, or Antifa started to change their ways to become supporters of Trump, then all of a sudden decided, maybe I'm good. Windows and shit. But they're seriously going after the president, dude. Like, seriously. But if I was president, I wouldn't give a rat's ass about what Facebook does to me or what Twitter does to me, because I could go to other platforms and do my thing, do my shit. But the question is, why go after Parler? Parler, you know? Why go after Parler, man? You could, okay, look. If any of you are using an Android device and you can't download Parler, you could do it through the AFK. AFK. If I can get the AIMSICT, AIMCI, AIMSICT, AIMSICD by AFK, no problem. You can also download Gab onto your iPhone through AFK. See, these companies aren't very smart. They think by banning these platforms from their app store. Think again. You could go on your phone, go online, download it from AFK, by AFK. No, that's how I did it when I got Gab. Got Gab on my iPhone and got Gab on my Android device. It's just that I don't know why they banned Gab in the first place. You know, I've been on Minds for a long time. I've been on Twitter, Tumblr for a very long time. Tumblr is the one platform I've never did any wrong. I'm glad they changed their nudity thing, where they kind of censored the whole nude thing, where you used to see it. Because there could be kids on Tumblr. All of a sudden, what the hell, man? You know, like what the fuck, dude? I've never did anything wrong on Tumblr. Never have. Tumblr to me is kind of like, it's a platform for scholastic people of kind of like the underground. You know, like, for example, like kind of like the underground garage band of social media platform. You see a lot of astrology. You see a lot of educational things on there. I like that stuff, you know. It's pretty cool. But you hardly see anybody censored on Tumblr. Ever, you know. Ever. But, there are issues. There are issues with the companies, you know. I mean, WhatsApp, been a long-time favorite thing to use to have a very private communication. Then all of a sudden, holy shit, Facebook buys WhatsApp. Then all of a sudden, Facebook buys Instagram. So far, I've Haven't been banned on Instagram, but if it happens, I'm fine with it. I'm I'm cool with it because I know that Facebook is also monitoring stuff you do or say on Instagram. Now, again, if any guys are using WhatsApp, leave. Because if you have any common sense, that if WhatsApp wants you to share your data, everything you have on WhatsApp, Facebook, this is about the right time to leave. Stop using WhatsApp and go with Signal or it is. And I've always liked this film. It is a really cool film, and if Microsoft still made these phones, would have been a really cool thing. Awesome thing. Awesome thing. But encryption is a very important thing. I mean, you want to keep your text messages private, your emails private. Um, I think that it is a important thing to know that if companies like Facebook is wanting your data from your WhatsApp shit, this is probably the right time to stop using WhatsApp and tell Facebook, fuck off. Start using Telegram, start using Signal. Because it is time to put the betraying dog to the pasture and shoot it. Meaning get off and stop using WhatsApp, start using Signal and Telegram. Because if you don't, Facebook is going to want more data from you if you don't stop using WhatsApp. And if you think it's safe, be my guest. Go ahead and lose all your data, dude, because you're fucked, man. You are fucked up the royal hind end here, man. Because a lot of shit's going down and happening. And if you really shit, leave Facebook, leave Twitter. These two platforms are now shit. Facebook and Twitter are now the AT&T of social media. Okay? Anything they touch turns to shit. Period. Now, if you want to have a secure email, Tutanota, Proton Mail, and Secure Mail, okay? I mean, it is time to just walk away from these damn these sources, and start using something alternative shit. CNN has been full of lies for a long, long time. And shut the fuck up until there's a full investigation. Instead of jumping the fucking gun like Kamala Harris would jump a cock, wake the fuck up. Get a clue. Investigate. Don't jump the gun. And Kamala Harris, don't jump a cock, okay? A memorial to Kamala Harris. So, I'm using WhatsApp. I believe in free speech. I do. No bullshit. Common sense should be the key. Common sense. You have, I mean, without any proof, without any fucking proof, stop and think. Those idiots are royally fucking up. Infiltrated to be, we're the press, anybody can get a press vest, you know what I'm saying? Anybody can get a press vest. And forward a press pass. CNN. There are a lot of supporters of the president. And I tell you what, there's probably a good majority of them not really supporters. A good majority of them are probably Antifa. That did break into the Capitol building, steal shit and whatnot, and to make the Trump supporters look bad. You know, it's time to really the Patriots need to rise up like the great phoenix from the ashes. Okay? And really show no fear. You want to do it the smart way. If you really want to show the Democrats their true colors, stop using Facebook. Stop using Twitter. Okay? No bullshit. Start using Minds, Gab, MeWe, Holness, Parler, Rumble, BitChute.